So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about how your death pile might be killing your relisting motivation and what I'm doing to take care of the death pile that I have had sitting here in my garage. And hopefully this will give you guys some ideas. So without any further ado, let's go. Welcome back to the channel. This is John from Flippin' Ain't Easy. Quickly, before I start the video, just want to welcome any new viewer who hasn't watched any of my videos in the past. For those of you who are new to the channel, I am a full-time eBay reseller. I also sell on other platforms like Mercari, Poshmark, and Amazon as well. And I do these videos to help other sellers, possibly like yourself. Before I begin, let me ask you guys to do me a favor. Hit that like button. That's all I ask. You know, I do try to put some effort into these videos, and all I want from you guys, just hit that like button. And if you like this content, if you've watched my other videos and it's maybe something you enjoy watching, please subscribe to the channel. And if you're already here, subscribed, watching all my videos, why not hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time I go live or make a video. So my death pile is pretty crazy right now. Of course, you see the toners. That's not part of my death pile, but it is in my way. And pardon the red eyes. I'm just seeing myself right now. I'm a little tired. Been working and took some time out to go bowl. And I don't drink, so it's not drugs or drinking, but it just, when I get tired, my eyes do that. So with that said, and really it's not important that my eyes are red or not, but what's important is you take a look at some of these boxes that we have here, and we scroll on down and over and down and over, and we see just a lot of stuff. And you see little hints of my workbench that I'm trying to get to, but you know, it's very motivating when you can move some of this stuff. I sold, what was it, 8 boxes of this stuff, and it was just clothing, and it was like mixed between brand new and used and anywhere in between, with tags, without tags. And they got a pretty good deal. It was 265 pieces in those boxes total, and we ended up getting what, 250 or something like that. And it was just, it felt good, you know, just 8 boxes less, and you could tell a difference even with 8 boxes. Now I must have about 30 or 40 boxes in here, just strung out and stacked and all this good stuff here. But this right here, these boxes down here are all these hard goods, the Amazon returns I was telling you about that I don't want to mess with. I just got to do a better job of marketing that. I haven't really messed with this. What I'm messing with right now, and I'm going to try to go left-handed for you guys, just to give you an idea. This is one of the boxes. I already created 3 boxes of this stuff. And bear with me a second. I am not left-handed, so this is an adventure. So this stuff is what we got, and it's all clothing, but you know, you're dealing with stuff like, if I can see, I'll make sure I get it in the picture here, you know, bathing suits, new with tags, different clothing items, brand new shirts, outfits, women's outfits. Then you got your random, is it hair? I don't know. This is just stuff we have in here. But, you know, we've got stuff that are in the Amazon polys. Anybody who does Amazon liquidation returns can definitely recognize these poly bags with the green line on them. Here's like a leather jacket by Lee, L-I-Y-H. It's a kid's little jacket, you know, things like this. And we got some ugly Christmas stuff, which doesn't do anybody a lot of good right now. But these are things that, you know, I blow these out at like $1 or $2 a piece in a pallet. You know, we're looking at just pulling more stuff out. We're dealing with stuff. Now, here's the thing. A lot of you guys out there love your clothing. You guys like your clothing. And I'm here to tell you that clothing's saturated. And, you know, I found Fila, Nike, brand new stuff in all these. Adidas hats. And, you know, right here, not this one, but this one right here. This is you probably can't really tell too well, but this is a bathing suit, black bathing suit. It's Calvin Klein. And it is $118 MSRP. Now, I had a viewer friend come over and he was like, yeah, let me look at that stuff before you sell it. And he was over here looking at it and it looked great. He was getting excited. A lot of this stuff new with tags, but there's no comps on a lot of it. And, you know, even at $1 or $2 a piece, it wasn't really worth the risk he wanted to take. And I kept telling him, like, clothing is saturated. And I know for a fact that someone's going to come in and buy all these lots from me, all these boxes. I figure I'm going to have about 10 boxes just like this, full. 10 full. If I can just get this camera to work properly. I can't see the screen. So, you know, we're dealing with all this stuff here. And these are packed. There's probably about 40 to 50 pieces per box. And so about 400, 500 items, and, you know, blow it out for $500. Now, for me, that's probably around my original cost, all this, but I'm not interested in anymore. And to have 500 more bucks in my pocket and to have 10 less boxes in my garage, and I'll do that for these boxes, and I'll do that for these boxes, you know, $1,000 later after it's all moved, and I've got a lot of room. I can buy more liquidation. I can have my garage back. And I think from now on, and I think this is something that we all kind of think about, but from now on, I'm just going to, once I get 3/4 of the way through a pallet, I'm then going to order the next pallet and then buy supplemental stuff, because I just don't want to be a storage unit. I don't want stuff sitting around, and it becomes overwhelming. And I don't want to be overwhelmed. This business of flipping is hard enough with all the obstacles we have to deal with. And honestly, to come out here and just to say, where do I start? How do I get rid of this stuff is just a little too much. And I even have these tubs right here. You know, I have tubs full of stuff still, you know, and I want it to be manageable. If I'm going to have a death pile, I want to be able just to manage it. And at some point, if you're sitting on a lot of stuff, you have to really be able to manage it. And so my advice to you is, if you're not motivated, if you're feeling overwhelmed, it could very well may be tied to your death pile and just looking at it accumulate. And I got to tell you, motivate yourself by getting rid of this stuff. And if you can't put it in your store, if you can't put it on the various sites that you list on, they're just too much, find a way to liquidate it, donate it if you have to, and, you know, marketplace, have someone come out here, make them a good deal, package it up. Now, I wouldn't dare sell it like this. I'm taking a photo for all 10 boxes. I think you can do, I cannot for the life of me show you this box. Okay, so that hopefully should show you what, again, just packed. Okay, now I'm gonna make it so that it looks really nice. Here's a Catalina swimsuit with tags. That's that Calvin Klein one again. Just, you've seen it. But my point is, and the point of the title of this video is, I know how I'm feeling, and I can just imagine how some of you guys are feeling out there, and you don't have to feel that way. You can do something about it, and it doesn't have to overwhelm you. Get your money back. Move on. Find product that's going to really sell for you. One thing I wanted to talk to you guys about that I didn't get a real chance to touch on last video is the seller check-in event for the month of March, which is happening on Tuesday at 1:30 p.m., 1:30 p.m. Pacific time, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. And many of you have told me that you have not received a sign-up link. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link down in the description box. Go and click on that link. That will take you to the registration page for this seller event. So if you go back to one of my previous videos about a week and a half ago, when I had the discussion with you guys about the problems with eBay and a number of issues that are still outstanding, and how a lot of people just have this negative vibe about those things, and we really need to step up collectively as a community, come together and make our voices heard. And that is tomorrow. And I'm making this video on Monday night, tomorrow being Tuesday the 30th, 1:30 p.m. Pacific time, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. Hope you can make 30, 45 minutes to an hour of your life. That I'm going to warn you right now, it's time you're not going to get back. If you've ever been to one of these events, it's not fruitful in the sense that you feel like you've come away with anything. But if you ask the questions, the tough questions, the things that we cover on this channel, and things that are affecting you and your account, managed payments problems, glitches that you've encountered, sketchy buyers, things like that. If you do that, if you make time out of your day, use that link to sign up that I have down below. And that's if you're on your phone, your computer, or your tablet. It won't work if you're on your television, so you'll have to log in on your computer to get that information. But it's worth your time. And take that time, be there on Tuesday, and be one of the first ones to ask questions. Ask the tough questions, guys. If enough of us do this and ask the same questions, they're going to be able to go back to their meetings that they have to tell us that these are real problems. And I can't just do it by myself. One person ain't enough. My channel's not big enough. I don't have that kind of clout. But collectively, we can do it. And I'm hopeful that you guys are going to be there. I say tomorrow, but by the time you actually watch this, it's today. And if you've watched this really late, it's just too late. But look out for the next one. If you're watching this as a replay and it's beyond Tuesday, start being vocal with your issues. Stop sitting in the shadows waiting for someone to pose the question, because that may never happen. Get out there, ask the same questions that we've been asking, that you've been putting down below in the comments. And please comment during this video so that I can have an understanding of how you feel about this as well. But take the time. It's time well spent. This is your business. And if you're not using your voice and it's just me out here speaking, how are we collectively going to change eBay's mindset? If they think that everything is roses and unicorns and everything's fine, and all they're worried about is planning the next celebration, when they should be getting together, having some emergency meetings, and saying there's a lot of mad people out there. We just saw it at this event, and we need to make these changes because there's a lot of questions that are being asked that we haven't dealt with, and I think it's probably a good idea that we deal with them. That needs to be the topic of their next staff meeting at eBay. But if we don't show up, that eBay meeting will never happen. So please do that for me. Another thing that's probably going to be brought up on that meeting or in that seller check-in is the new feature that they're rolling out, eBay's rolling out, where they're going to allow anyone to put, instead of an 80 character limit on feedback, positive, neutral, negative, you're going to have 500 characters. That's like 5 or 6 times the original amount. I kind of like it because it allows me to give a full rebuttal if I get a neutral, and you really don't need it for a positive. But if I get that negative feedback that's unnecessary, eBay may not remove it, but at least I can give my side of what happened and why it turned out that way, because it's not really so much for that buyer to see, it's for your next buyer who may be looking at your feedback and wondering why you have, a few negative feedbacks. So just keep that in mind. That should be rolled out tomorrow. I don't know exactly when it's going to be effective, but it's going to be effective very soon. So keep an eye out for that. And hopefully, and I think that's a positive thing. Hopefully we can learn some more positive things that they are planning on rolling out, and they just may not have mentioned. So guys, again, like this video, please do that for me. Hit that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, and then of course hit the notification bell. I'd appreciate that as well. And I just wanted to leave you with that. I hope to see each and every one of you at the meeting. It's very important that you are there on Tuesday, 1:30 p.m. Pacific time, 4:30 Eastern. Please be there. Be prepared to ask some tough questions, and let's see if we can make a difference. I'm hopeful. We'll see. But just remember this, guys, that death pile or not, hopefully you don't have a death pile, but if you do and it's bringing you down, work on that. Find a solution to it, because it will help you feel more motivated. It's working for me, and this stuff's going to be gone here in the next week. I promise you that. And more stuff's going to come, but I'm going to manage that stuff when it comes a lot better than I did with this stuff. And it's a learning experience, stuff that maybe I wouldn't have done 6 months ago, and now I know better. And hopefully you can learn from my mistakes. With that said, get out there, keep listing, keep making those sales. The money's out there. People want to buy your stuff. But know just one thing: flipping ain't easy. And I'll see you there at the seller check-in, and you'll hear from me probably here in the next few days. Take care, everyone.